Dr. Judy Gooch. I'm a doctor specializing in physical medicine and rehabilitation. I work with a lot of people who have had brain injuries. Today, I'm going to talk about being exhausted and moody after a brain injury and how you can make that better. If you've had an injury to your brain, do you get angry a lot angrier, more irritable than you used to? Do you get moody? Do you want to lash out even when you don't want to? Well, these are really common symptoms after a brain injury. I'm going to tell you about Deborah's story. Deborah put her head through the windshield in a car accident. She had bleeding in her brain. She went to the emergency room and they told her she had a mild concussion and sent her home and told her she would be fine. She didn't have any physical injuries and her family and friends thought that she looked great. Before her injury, Deborah was an administrative assistant. She was calm and she was well organized. She did great at her job. But after her injury, things did not go so well. She kept forgetting things at work. If her boss told her to do something, she often wouldn't follow through, and that was not like her. She was exhausted by 10 a.m., and finally, she lost her job. Her family was mad at her because she was behaving like this. And she didn't know what was going on. When she couldn't do what she previously could do, she would get very angry. She got to the point where she would even throw things. Nobody seemed to understand what was going on. And nobody at the hospital had told her that these might be symptoms and struggles after a brain injury. So just why do people get fatigued and irritable after a brain injury? Well, after any injury to the brain is less efficient. Mental processing is often slower. You may struggle with attention and memory. Basically, you need to work harder to think. When you try to do what you previously could do, it takes much more brain energy. Then you get exhausted. And you may feel exhausted when it doesn't even seem like you're doing a lot. And this is frustrating. And when any of us get frustrated, we get irritable and we may lash out. After a brain injury, people typically want to do exactly what they did before the injury. But remember, the brain needs to work much harder to do that. So going full force ahead doesn't work. Actually, overdoing it is one of the biggest problems after brain injury. How can you help this issue after an injury? First of all, just be aware that it happens. Know yourself. Watch when you are starting to get fatigued or irritable. Minimize overstimulating environments. Loud, busy environments are particularly difficult after brain injury. Take regular brain breaks. Brain breaks seem simple, but they are very powerful. Just 5 minutes of downtime in a quiet, if possible, dark area, not thinking about a lot of stuff, can really help calm your brain. If you can do it every hour or two, that can be very powerful. And tell others that you need your downtime so that they will understand. As much as possible, keep a routine. Routine makes life simpler. If you keep your keys and your wallet in the same place, then you don't have to think about it. Where are my keys? Also, use a planner and schedule your day so that you know what's coming and that you can see that you are not scheduling too much, and most importantly, schedule in the brain breaks. Most importantly, give yourself a break. If you've had an injury to your brain simply does not work as efficiently as it previously did. And if you can bring things down a notch and do what you are comfortably able to do, things will go better. And gradually, over time, it's likely you will be able to increase what you're doing.